Hey, I'm some guy named Juan. Is it too late to accomplish all the dreams I had as a kid? Over the course of the next year, I'm gonna try to knock out my bucket list of all the creative things I've ever wanted to do.
Welcome to That Was a Metrosexual Jellyfish, My Past Life podcast.
Welcome to the Extremely Sensitive Men Who've Killed Multiple People podcast. Welcome to the Earth is a Triangle podcast.
Welcome back to the Can I Borrow $20 podcast. I ain't got no money. Help me out, please. I'm out here struggling.
Hey,
Welcome to the He-Man Warrior Breaker Freedom Wrestling Pod! What's going on, you filthy animals? So, I don't really watch or listen to a lot of podcasts. There's definitely some interesting ones out there that I need to catch up on. But for the most part, I just got into podcasts recently. And I've always been a big wrestling fan. I like wrestling shoot interviews. I love that style. And I thought about making a wrestling show before. I was going to make like a wrestling news network where every week we would give news on wrestling, give our opinions and stuff. But recently, when the idea came back to my head, I decided to change into a podcast. Something about the podcast format caught my attention. I decided to add it to my creative bucket list. So this is my attempt at a podcast, a wrestling podcast. So here we see basically the script for the podcast today. It's not so much a script because we're gonna just be talking, but it's the layout and the subjects we're gonna cover and stuff. So hopefully it comes out good. I'm getting ready to head out to Long Island to do the podcast. Loading up my van. Well, I've already loaded it up. Look at that. Chairs, a ladder, a table, little wrestling ring, garbage can. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun, baby. I'm here with my co-host, my boy Andres, a.k.a. Maze. I'm going to knock out this podcast. But first we need a little inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Look at this thing right here. Let's open this bad boy up. Hello, Mr. Andres.
you know, I could have been recording you while you tried.
I'm recording you. I'm over here recording, not paying attention to the road, and we might die. I don't think we are, though. Not yet. Not until we found something good in this world. So today is the first time in a long time that I feel genuinely happy. I thank God today. I'm not used to feeling this feeling, I am genuinely happy. I am so excited to do this thing. The little kid in me is alive right now. This is fucking awesome. Let me tell you. I ain't never represented. And you know what all this is good for. Baby, $1 million baby. Hell no. This is what happens to my snacks. This is snacks for the people, but my car don't want it in here. So we're here at Remarkable Wrestling. This is where we're gonna do the podcast. We're gonna do it inside this ring. I met this awesome gentleman, Kono, who is basically the promoter behind Remarkable Wrestling and the training coach for these young wrestlers who come here to learn how to wrestle. I met Jack from Wrestling Universe, is the one who told me about him. I reached out to him and look at this, man. This is fucking awesome. A wrestling podcast inside a wrestling ring. And this gentleman has been a huge help to me. Thank you, bro. No problem, man.
That's it. I'm glad I'm with another motherfucking Macho Man fan.
So I'm ready to do my entrance for the podcast.
I don't really understand when people say that I'm weird and strange. I mean, look at me. I'm the embodiment of who I was born to be.
We're building our set now. We're painting this table. Little need of being clean.
Head W.
We're getting ready to do the podcast.
I'm gonna answer so many questions.
All right, cool. I'm gonna set it up on the tripod and start recording on yours. You have it on airplane mode, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I could just have it here. All right, guys, welcome to the WWW podcast. I'm your host, some guy named Juan, along with my good friend Andres, aka Maze.
And please chop them harder.
Yeah, chop him harder. What would you say has been the most important moment in your career as a trainer?
As a trainer, I would say.
Got the guys getting ready for their match. Did you train this young man?
I did.
You did? Oh, that's awesome.
Especially sucks that it's a reflection of you.
Yes, it is.
And you, brother, you're a wrestler, just playing the part
I
of
just started training back in July, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Sit down. Okay. You on coffee?
We are pretty much done. I'm just gonna film the two toys that are the announcers, and these guys just had a really good match, and the storytelling was off the hook. This shit was fucking awesome.
I'm like, yeah, and I just call people like the most random names in the world. Like, this dickhead hits me with this. Yeah. Like, you motherfucker, boom, right here. Damn, sucker, right here, damn. It's like.
Wait, so am I the motherfucker or am I the cocksucker?
No,
Going through a lot of things.
It's pizza time, and I can't eat.
I
can't eat pizza. Can't eat anything.
Was through a table.
A true moment of genuine happiness. I had such a great time today. The podcast came out great. Andres was amazing. The wrestling match was so dope. This guy Kono and his guys, they're really cool people, man. The whole vibe, everything, man. Like, this is all I want to do. All I want to do is just film and make stuff, regardless of success or failure. There's no way I could fail at this. Even if no one ever watches this, just feeling what I feel right now, that's success. That's what I'm going to continue to create my art for, to feel what I feel right now. You might be the first person that has sat there and just pulled out a book and started drawing, bro. So we're getting ready to rewatch the wrestling match that they did, and we're going to do commentary on it. We're going to do it one take, and yeah, we're going to record us as commentators. How do you think we're going to do? How do you think you're going to do?
I'm gonna do fantastically great. Because we were there, baby. We were there.
We were there. My boy Andres drew this while we were doing the podcast. And all of a sudden, we have an impromptu match between Kono Capuccio and his student, David Graham.
Oh, this is interesting. I heard there was a commotion in the office. Did that involve you somehow?
Not at all, not at all. But here we have teacher versus student. Okay, nice clothesline. Comes back with another one. I finished editing the podcast. It came out to 1 hour and 21 minutes. I think it came out cool, man. I think it's funny. I think a wrestling fan could appreciate it. And stupid WWE, man. Just like some copyright strikes. Luckily, I didn't upload this onto my main account. I did it on an account I use to check for things like this. But luckily, it's only 2 clips. I'm just going to have to get rid of them from the video. And hopefully everything will be good, and then I can upload it to my main page. I have finished. I have finished editing the podcast, as well as this episode, other than this clip, which I'm going to add at the end. And I'm excited to put it out. As usual, I don't expect a lot of people to watch what I do, but for the few people who will, I'm excited to hear their opinions. I loved this podcast that I did. You know, it was a lot of fun. I'm probably never going to have a chance to make another one, but it was great to get it off my list, even though it was a new item that was added. And I'm going to keep going, keep knocking things off my bucket list, you know. I'm doing this for me. Thank you. I love you. God bless you.